When we first got the training manual, the training goes to 3rd degree black. That's where our knowledge ends in our big red. It's 1st degree black. I mean, 3rd black. We've extended that some knowledge because there's been added stuff coming after that. 4th degree, 5th degree. But the higher degrees of black belt, when I asked Mr. Parker about it, what's the difference between a 5th and a 6th, a 6th and an 8th, a 5th and a 7th? He told me it's service. It's service. And if we look at our pledges, that's where our service is. Genshin Funakoshi said that the ultimate aim of karate was not who wins and loses, but the development of character. The development of character. And if we look at our pledges, we see where this development happens. That's why Mr. Parker has them there. And these are, to me, my understanding from him, and I fully believe him because the knowledge stops at 3rd or 5th. You don't test between 7th and 8th on knowledge. There's nothing to test. But our pledges, our orange belt talks about responsibilities and obligations to do service. That's our orange belt pledge. Responsibility and obligations to do service. Okay? Does that have a familiar ring to Mr. White? Huh? Responsibility and obligations to do service. The purple belt talks about forgiveness and restraint. More character building. The blue belt pledge talks about helping the oppressed, the downtrodden, those people who have been bullied. Mr. White has raised with his wife more than $1 million for royal family kids. That's character. That is character, ladies and gentlemen. That is pure character. I don't know anybody else who has done that in Kenpo. In all the years, I've been around 55 years. I don't know anybody else who's done that. Green Belt Pledge is about teaching. Read it if you don't know it. Some of you probably know these pledges, but it's about teaching. To become a teacher under the guidance of Mr. Parker. Bob White has been in his school for more than 40 years. The same school, teaching, putting on the gi, going to classes, teaching people. They're writing a book right now. People are flooding in with letters of how he's helped in his teaching of martial arts. The Green Belt Pledge. And then the next 2 Brown Belt pledges talk about more character. They talk about a confidant. They talk about a mentor. They talk about confidentiality. And in the final pledge, 1 minute. In the final pledge, they talk about God, country, as black belt, as first brown about God, country, association, and family. That's all about Mr. White. So for me, the highest ranks of this art to me are built on service and character, and they're in our pledges. And in that observation, to me, Mr. White has all the knowledge he needs, but if there is a high rank that we deserve in our association to look up to as a standard bearer in our pledges, it's Mr. White. And I just wanted to share that. Okay, everybody come forward. All right, down the horse. Left hand over right. Meditate.